Hi everybody, I'm Ken Warkentin, and 2013 will be the final season of horse racing action in the original grandstand here at the Meadowlands Racetrack, as a brand new $85 million state-of-the-art facility is well under construction. Let's check it out.
My name is Rich Ziegler, and I'm the owner's representative. So I work for Mr. Garral, and I manage and coordinate the project both between the operations team and the design team and the contractors, and back to Mr. Garral in terms of important decisions, project schedule, project budget. I started working on it about last July, sat down with Mr. Garral and the architect, and started with a very schematic set of 11 by 17 plans and talked it through and how big were spaces, how were they laid out, and discussed on how best to serve the customers going forward. We are on schedule, yes. We started back in April with demolition of the barns. We finished the parking lots in August. So today you see structural steel going up. That started in November. The building's going up in 3 pieces. So the piece on the west side is all the structural steel is all the way up. We're working on the middle portion, and we will then move into the eastern part. So you'll see the structural steel be complete in February, and before that you'll start to see the outside of this building skin come together. This is the Racing Administration building on the backside. It's been taken over by Simonelli as their office right here next to the construction site. Right now we have about 50 tradesmen working on the project. And yes, LP Simonelli is our construction manager. They do have some experience with Mr. Garral. They've worked for him previously. They're a good-sized firm with a lot of experience in racetracks, so we've got a good team at the helm here. CGL Architects, David Kleinman's, Bob Green, have been designing this project for us from the beginning. They've worked with Mr. Garral back in Tioga when he opened that in 2005 and 2006. And I think they've done a really terrific job of taking the vision and the challenges that we've put to them and figured out ways to make it work for us here. It'll be a 4-story building. On the ground floor is primarily simulcast, as well as access to the track and a food court. And the biggest feature on the ground floor will be a new sports bar that we're looking to have open every day. It's a new draw to the environment. Very exciting atmosphere designed by a really creative interior designer named Jordan Moser out of Chicago. Coming up on the second floor is the access to all of the grandstand seating, as well as some open indoor betting areas, as well as an owner's club. Grandstand seating is separated both indoor and outdoor. So there's about 2,200 seats. 400 of those seats are inside, 1,800 are outside. And that was based on us walking through the building, taking counts of where people were, how they were using the building, trying to make sure that the building as it's designed meets everyone's needs. The third floor is a tiered dining. So a smaller version of terraces, more appropriate to the number of people that come out and dine with us on a regular basis. And then we also have a VIP rooms there that can accommodate groups as small as 8 and go as many as 200. So a very nice space there. And also up on the roof, on the 4th floor, in addition to the judges' space, we have a very large roof deck with terrific expansive views of New York City. It's going to be a very exciting place to be. The building is rotated a little bit to make sure that everyone has a good view coming down the stretch, as well as around on the first turn. The building was resized to meet today's demand. Which is more in the 2,000 to 3,000 people instead of the 25,000 people a night that came back in the 70s when the building first opened. The space between the building and the track, the apron, and the amenities that are there today and their vision for the future. And while that's still in development, I can tell you it's very exciting. There's opportunities for bars and restaurants and family entertainment that we're looking at out there. And it's a very large space that'll accommodate the crowds on those big days. The patrons watching the simulcast, so the cameras are going to be on the wire. The judges will be just after the wire, and the announcer booth will be just before the wire. Well, we have a little bit of work to do still before we move in. We will be ready to move in with all the amenities done by the start of the new racing meet on November 23rd. I think everyone will be very pleased with it.
For artists' renderings, for more information and updates, log on to meadowlandsracetrack.com.